Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 2 with our Waste Not Storm deck. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is okay. We don't have a foreseeable engine here. No Pyromancer Ascension or Waste Not or Reforged the Soul or Past in Flames. We do have 3 lands, which sometimes is actually pretty good in this deck because you tend not to get mana flooded with only 16 lands. So we're going to keep this. And Locket is very powerful. Even though we don't have any doubles, we can draw into those doubles. Any Reforged the Soul off the top being miracled is extremely powerful with this hand. So I think that we just do a Blackcleave Cliffs and go ahead and lock it. I am going to Gitaxian Probe him to see what we're up against. And we're up against a UI control list. So Mana Leak is going to come out next turn. What I need to draw into is not a Sulfurous Springs. What we need to draw into is like a Waste Not. Good news is he is on a pretty... Like, Vanilla Click's okay versus us. The Mana Leak is definitely the problematic card there. And... unfortunately, we can't miracle that. Womp womp. We'll go into Sulfurous Springs and pass the turn to him. So, if Reforged the Soul would have came I guess we wouldn't have Gitaxian Probed. But then I probably would have Gitaxian Probed this turn. But for whatever reason, if I somehow had the insight not to do that, we would have hit Reforged the Soul on time. With Pyretic Ritual, Desperate Ritual, would have had an excess of 2 mana in our hand after the Reforged the Soul. And then you can usually go off with Locket of Yesterdays at that point. So he's going to keep up the Mana Leak. No, he's not. This Wall of Omens, I wonder if he has some sort of like Splinter Twin combo in here with the Wall of Omens. Because sometimes with Wall of Omens here, they like to Kiki it. It's a way they can actually draw cards until they can find their combo. But it's probably in here just for Restoration Angel and to stop early aggro. Even though I don't... Usually UWR doesn't have that big of a problem with early aggro. So I could try to go off here. And you know what? He has a click. He's got a Mana Leak. I'm going to go for it. And he's got 7 cards. So it's going to be Pyretic Ritual into Pyretic Ritual into Desperate Ritual, into Reforged the Soul. Fills back up my hand, gets rid of his hand. And, I mean, it gets rid of some pretty powerful cards. We see Celestial Colonnade, we see Kiki, so it is a twin-type deck. So he was probably planning on some sort of Kiki combo with the deck. Unfortunately for us, we still don't have a combo here. I'm going to cast the Lockets. I mean, I could Pyretic... No, there's no point to trying to Manamorphose anything here. I think that we do just Locket. And I guess another Locket. And then we pass the turn. We have got some Lockets. So Reforged the Souls are only going to cost 3 when we draw into them. A little bit of a unlucky. Going through 40 cards and no Pyromancer Ascension, Waste Not, Reforged the Soul, or we got the Reforged Soul, but an additional Reforged the Soul or Past in Flames. Very unlucky that 17 cards hasn't found one of those. So here, he could have the Deceiver Exarch and a Splinter Twin in his hand. So I've got to try to make him discard it however possible. And Burning Inquiry is the best way to do that. And there's Past in Flames. We're definitely going to go for it. So it's going to be Pyretic Ritual. And we'll cast the Manamorphose. It's free. I don't think we need to add anything. We'll just keep up the red. Whoa, do not want to go into my next phase here. So it doesn't matter if we... In fact, we actually want to discard the Past in Flames. So here he's got a... This is the randomness here. Oh, no, it doesn't get rid of anything. I guess we'll Pyretic Ritual again. And then Burning Inquiry again. And now it gets rid of a Sphinx's Revelation, a Lightning Bolt, or Restoration Angel. So I think we're okay for... Still didn't get rid of like a Mana Leak. And it got rid of 2 Waste Nots. Got rid of Pyromancer Ascension. So we'll go for Pass in Flames. See if that gets countered. You got to think that one does. And we've just run out of juices here. No, it's okay. It's good. So we can now completely try to go off here. Even though we have... So Snapcaster Mage's Electrolyze, he's got nothing. He's got no sort of counter spells in his deck. So I think we continue just to go through. I got to worry about that Electrolyze going down to 2 life. Simian's Spirit Guide isn't very good. We might just Reforge the Soul. I hate to use it. I think we go through like Manamorphose first. And we'll continue just to add red. And again, we draw into a Manamorphose. We'll cast this one. Again, just add red. Burning Inquiry doesn't help me at all. Actually, it kind of does. But the way things are going, it could give him like a mana leak. I think what we need to do is we need to use these guys. So now I'll Burning Inquiry. Get some more information. Got a Snapcaster's Plane. There's Reforged the Soul. We can actually cast one for cheaper. Oh, actually, this one's will be cheaper. And hopefully we will hit that. There's a Waste Not. Might be a little too late for Waste Not. There, he's got this Spell Snare now. That's annoying, but at least that's out of the way. I should have Gitaxian Probe first. So now we can... Now, he doesn't have any blue mana now, so... Remand, Kiki, Lightning Bolt, Wall of Almonds. There's the other Waste Not. Can't do anything about this one. We can go ahead and exile these for mana. And go ahead and cast another Reforge the Soul. And where's our Grapeshots? Are they on the bottom? Still no, I don't see any Grapeshots. We've gone through 2/3 of our deck. And our opponent just disconnected. I hope he didn't rage disconnect. But we'll wait for him to try to come back here. It's going to go off. It absolutely is going to go off. The only way we can lose this is if both of our Gitaxian Probes, or not Gitaxian Probes, both of our Grapeshots are on the bottom. And no joke, I was just in a playtest game a couple hours ago, and that scenario, or actually I was only playing with one Grapeshot at the time because I was playing with Burst of Speed. And that scenario actually did happen. My last card was the Grapeshot, and there was no way I could draw into it without milling myself. So anyway, we'll wait. We'll wait for him to hopefully come back. Is he back? Let's see here. Nope, still lost. There he is. So he shouldn't. He can't react to this Reforge the Soul. He's out of blue mana, and we have plenty of mana left. We've got the Waste Not. And we're going to draw some cards and get some other juicy stuff. And again, where are the Grapeshots? There's a Burning Inquiry. There's Grapeshot. Storm count's 19. We're just going to get over with here. Grapeshot. And this will get the concession. So again, I didn't get to see the Waste Not too much. Yep, down to had a 3 over. But you can see how Waste Not works perfectly with the Burning Inquiry. You can if you can get into that. I've actually been able to get off like a turn 1 Waste Not with Simian Spirit Guide, and then turn 2 Burning Inquiry. And that is so devastating, and you can sometimes it generates a lot of black mana. Unfortunately, at that point, it's hard to generate black mana into something else unless you do get it like another Simian Spirit Guide. That's why the Simian Spirit Guides are in here. They help you find that red mana to then go off like Desperate Ritual and then the black mana from Waste Not. I kind of like Empty the Warrens in this deck. I think Wear Tear does maybe need to come in here. Rakdos Charm. I'm going to put in Rakdos Charm. And if he does try to go off versus, or goes infinite with me, I'm going to try to kill him with Rakdos Charm. And maybe Wear Tear can come in too. At this point, see, I hate diluting this deck. Sometimes the sideboard is not very necessary. Because you start to, again, because I'm taking out Pyromancer Ascension for Rakdos Charms. I think I'm going to take out, not Waste Not, because again, if we get his combos, it's hard for him to react to it. I kind of want a one of Wear Tear, but he's using Kiki. I didn't actually see any Splinter Twins. So, yeah, Wear Tear is actually not the right play to go. And Lightning Bolt isn't either because he's using Restoration Angel Kiki as is his combination. Again, Empty the Warrens could be if he's bringing in counterfluxes. Maybe Empty the Warrens is better than a Grapeshot. Maybe there's better in general than Grapeshot. I'm going to take out a one of Grapeshot and put in the Empty the Warrens and maybe see how well this works out. Maybe take out a Locket. It's just so weird with so many Lockets. Because they are... I used to use Lockets with Faithless Looting, and there's so easy ways to get rid of them. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get rid of a Locket. I'm going to get rid of 2 Lockets. And again, maybe that's not the right choice. They were very good. I'm going to put a Burst of Speed in here. And the Empty the Warrens. Give me some more win conditions. Again, I don't know. I definitely don't know if that's the right play or not. So, 3 lands, Grapeshot, Pyretic Ritual, Desperate Ritual. I think we keep this. And again, it's all about just drawing into those Reforged the Souls. I love Reforged the Soul. Reforged the Soul in your opening hand is awesome. Reforged the Soul not in your opening hand is awesome. Because you're able to miracle into it. And I don't think... Oops, we should have Blackcleave Cliffs there. I don't think we Burning Inquiry here. We wait until, we can actually cast something. There's a Waste Not. I hate to throw out a Waste Not right now without any information, mana leaks, whatnot. I want him to tap out for something before I throw this Waste Not down. He's going to bolt me twice. It's giving me information. I'm okay with that. No, just... Oh, yeah, he had to generate the red mana. So, again, at this point, 4 cards in hand. Do we try to Waste Not? I think I'm going to let him tap out. It's iffy. No information here. Still 4 cards in hand. He's hitting all his land drops. At this point, I think I gotta go for the Waste Not. Otherwise, he goes like... Deceiver Exarch and then go crazy. So it's just going to be a Remand. Remand actually does not quite work because now we have the Manamorphose. He could have a Spell Snare, but we have Manamorphose here. I think what we do is we just completely go for it. So it's going to be Pyretic Ritual into Desperate Ritual. And then we can Manamorphose. And if he's got the Spell Snare, he actually wouldn't Spell Snare here. We just need 1 black. Now we have... Yeah, we go for the Waste Not here. And Pyretic Ritual... Exile the Simian Spirit Guide. And do we want a Grapeshot for 7? I don't think we do. I think we want the card. We'll Burning Inquiry here. And so we get draw a card, and add some mana. Gives him another... he could have dispelled something. No. But he probably didn't have that in his hand. Burning Inquiry draws, then discards. So Dispel doesn't work against Reforge. That was a great card to draw into. Reforge doesn't... Well, we can generate mana. We'd have to get some more... Or Pass in Flames. No, Pass in Flames won't work. But we can cast Pass in Flames next turn. So I think we just Reforge here. It gives him a lot of stuff again. And we do miss everything. Completely miss everything. Oh, no, we don't. We gain mana, but mana is not what we're looking for. We do draw cards. And again, now we can use a Locket of Yesterdays, so we don't have to discard at least. But unfortunately, what we needed to hit there was going to be a Simian Spirit Guide, and we did not hit the Simian Spirit Guide. And so there's no way to actually use that mana. So we'll pass the turn to him. Again, he's on a bit of an issue here. He probably has another counterspell in his hand, but we have plenty of mana to do a lot of things with. And there's a Desperate Ritual. I'm going to try to throw out a Pyromancer Ascension here. Bait out the first counterspell. He's got to counter this. So he's got Dispel, Remand. But hopefully this will open it up for a pass in Flames. He's going to counterflux. Well, that's cool. He's got to use the counterflux now. So, yep, we'll let that happen. And now we can just generate an insane amount of mana. So we'll do red. I think red-black's fine. We already hit a land drop, so it's going to be Pyretic Ritual. Pyretic Ritual. Splice a Desperate... Cast and Splice the Desperate Ritual. Whoops, shouldn't have used the black. That was my bad. But now we have, again, just crazy amounts of mana. So here we can do Desperate Ritual again. We can Burning Inquiry, which will find us some more cards. He can't counter this because he's got to counter the Pass in Flames, but he is going to go Search, which he definitely shouldn't try to counter this. If he does, yeah, it's going to be zombies. So Kiki Jiki in the graveyard and a Restoration Angel. So we get another 2/2. And do we have a Burst of Speed in the graveyard? I did not see it. I think we go for the Pass in Flames. There's only one in the graveyard. Now he's got to remand this. And it actually, yeah, it works. So this is over. We're going to be able to Manamorphose for, we'll do red. And then we'll try to find another. There's Grapeshot in here. Yep, it's just going to be Pyretic Ritual. Our Storm Count's 11. Desperate Ritual. Pyretic Ritual. Manamorphose. For, again, red's fine. There's another Pass in Flames, so we can just go crazy here. Unless he's got a trap. So Storm Count's 18 here. We need one more. Need to cast one more card. So we'll just cast a Pass in Flames. No, we don't want to cast a Passing Flames. We'll just cast a Simian Spirit. And now our storm count's 19. So Grapeshot is definitely good here. And again, unless he's got the trap, the Mindbreak trap, is that the one where I cast... If I've cast a gazillion spells, it counters it all. Hey, he likes a deck. So anyway, he concedes here. And that's awesome. I really appreciate it when people, like the deck. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, I'll get better at actually playing this, hitting all the triggers and whatnot. But very fun. We beat kind of this Kiki Jiki control list and ad nauseum. So we'll go on to another match here. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again and hope to see you soon.